Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you a video about the 500 Home Run Club in Major League Baseball. This is a response to James Elite Hunter. James is a really active man in the hobby. And I met James last year in New Jersey at the National. And I watched his show and stuff, and he interviewed me on one of his shows, and I don't know, it just he was just really nice about it, and the video was nice, and I really appreciate him, and so I'm gonna do a video in response. Now listen, if you have not seen his video for some reason, or seen his channel, you got to go over to it. He has some amazing cards. He's very knowledgeable and he likes to tell stories. But the cards I'm going to share today is what I have of the 500 Home Run Club that's graded. And I'm just going to shut up and show you some cards. And as you can see, the first member of the 500 Home Run Club is Eddie Murray. And the second, Gary Sheffield. Very good hitter, not in the Hall of Fame. He has a chance to get in there someday. 500 home runs usually puts a person in the Hall of Fame, but there's some other reasons why you might not be in the Hall of Fame. Recent pickup of mine, Mel Ott, member of the 500 Home Run Club, one of the first members in the 500 Home Run Club. I believe maybe the first member from the National League. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Another one where the 500 Home Run Committee or member, Eddie Matthews. What a tough card. What a tough card. It's a low grade card, but that's part of my Rookie Hall of Fame post-war sets, and it was one of the toughest ones. But glad I have it. Another one with 512 home runs, Ernie Banks. Was primarily a shortstop most of our first part of his career, and then moved to first base. I believe he was a most valuable player, maybe once or twice, and as a kid, I always thought it was weird that that he was a most valuable player because his team was last, and I always thought if you're the most valuable player on a last place team, where would they be without you? And that'd be last place, but well-deserved MVP and a great player. By the way, it's a good morning for a Bloody Mary. Next one of the greatest hitters of all time, I believe 521 home runs, it's Ted Williams. It's not the earliest card of Ted Williams I have, but it's one of my favorite cards, and I just wanted to show that. Not all of these will be rookie cards. Next one, Frank Thomas. Okay, so Frank Thomas, fairly new in the Hall of Fame, big hitter, one of the best players in his time. Of course, all these players are one of the best players in this time, or they wouldn't have 500 home runs. Next one, Willie McCovey. It's Willie McCovey's rookie. You should look up his stats sometime. Johnny Bench claims that he's one of the most feared hitters that his team ever faced. Said it was very tough to get him out. And if you look at his stats on it, he won Rookie of the Year and did not play very many games at all. Now here's another member of the 500 Home Run Club. One of my most favorite cards in the hobby. I have had this one for a while. When I say a while, I mean a long time. And that's Jimmy Fox. Now if you look at some of Jimmy Fox was a first baseman, but if you look at some of his early cards, he actually has them, dressed with catcher's gear. And I thought this was weird until I researched it a little bit more. So apparently he caught and played first base. My next one of the best cards in my collection. It's just authentic, but what a great power hitter and what a great all-around player. I'll show this to you though. Very nice card, but it's authentic. Next, the most recent Hall of Famer, and everybody knows this by now, but his rookie card is says he's David Arias, but we all know him as David Ortiz. Next, Ray from Philly, favorite player, Mike Schmidt. Next person not in the Hall of Fame, probably resulting from his use of steroids. And pardon me for this card, but I'm doing another run of steroid players, and so I don't know where I put his rookie card. So here is Manny being Manny. He's one of those players, if he was on your team, you liked him and cheered for him, and if he wasn't, you just thought some of the stuff he did was some really goofy stuff, but it was Manny being Manny. Next one, Reggie Jackson. Nice card, nice rookie card. I really like that card. He's probably another one that if he was on your team, you loved him, and if he wasn't, it wasn't exactly your favorite player. This is a non-graded card. I do have a couple graded from him. Didn't have time to get them out. Rafael Primero. 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, Golden Glove first baseman. Not in the Hall of Fame because as he was quoted saying, I never used steroids and then tested positive just a few weeks later. Next on the list, Harmon Killebrew. He was high on the list for most of my early childhood. He played 1 year for the Kansas City Royals. Next, a non-Hall of Famer, but they really love him in St. Louis, and I love that card. That was a hard card when I was growing up, but I've had it now for a little bit. One of my favorite players. I was a Cincinnati fan growing up. He, of course, had been traded to the Orioles, but he won an MVP in both leagues, and another one that is very, very underrated in the hobby. And I think he's underrated as a player too. I believe he went to high school at the same time as Bill Russell, same high school, and Vada Pinson. Must have been some kind of outfield. Next, Slammin' Sammy Sosa, another one not in the Hall of Fame. Man, that's a good Bloody Mary. Next, Jim Thome. Powerful man. Powerful man. One of the most iconic cards and iconic players. Ken Griffey Jr. He's one of my favorite to collect. I have a few of them. Too many. I shouldn't have as many as I do. One of my favorite cards For years, he was number 3 on the list. Another card that I have graded somewhere doing the project on. Alex Rodriguez. It was fun this year watching the end of this player's career as he chased for 700. Albert Pujols. This is one of my favorite cards that I have. Now he's number 3 on the all-time home run list. And I'll show you some of my Babe Ruth cards at some point. But it's a Babe Ruth playing days card, 1924. Second on the home run list, and just one of the greatest right-hand hitters of all time. Hank Aaron. That's a Hank Aaron rookie card. A lot of people still, it's hard for them to say that he's not the home run king, and I think he deserves to be the home run king, but he is not the home run king because Barry Bonds is the all-time home run leader, and the reason I know that, it says so on the back of his baseball card. So listen, this is, like I said, this is a video that I get to show my cards, and if you get a chance, tune over to James Elite Hunter channel, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead. He is very busy in the hobby. He responds to videos. He shares a lot of videos, and just a really good guy. This here is the 500 Home Run Club. Thank you, and thanks for watching. And remember, it's only a hobby. Collect what you like.